Hey, day 7. Um, I'm laughing to myself here because I had a plan again of what I wanted to talk to you about. But then things just seem to come up during the day, and it just feels right to talk about what's going on that day. And it usually does link in with a self-care topic that I'd wanted to discuss anyways, but it just never seems to be the topic that I picked for that day. So I'm mixing it up again today. And today I want to talk to you about women. So sorry to not include you as men, but this one's for the girls. Tomorrow is International Women's Day, and there's loads going on in the community. So if you haven't got plans for tomorrow yet, have a look around and see if there's something you can get involved in. If you're a Repeal the 8 supporter, a lot of women are striking tomorrow. You don't have to do a full-on strike, but if you can do a little mini strike for yourself, that'd be enough. And there's also some marches going on in town as well. So if you're interested in those, Google and get some times. I think it's 5:30 at the Garden of Remembrance, and I think it might be 12:30 on O'Connell Bridge. I'm not sure, but double check them. But speaking about women, I went out this morning and met a fantastic woman, Vera Toomey. Myself, a couple of the girls from college went with a group of people from Clondalkin to meet on the bridge and support her and walk with her from Corker Park up to Newlands Cross. And it was just brilliant to meet her. She's a fantastic woman. Well done to her and her team, because they walked from Cork to Dublin. Oh, so for anyone who doesn't know, they walked from Cork to Dublin to go to the Dáil to fight for the legalisation of cannabis oil, because her daughter suffers with a rare form of epilepsy, and cannabis oil could potentially save her life. But she didn't just do this for Ava, because she did it for everybody in Ireland who might be struggling with various types of illnesses, whose health could drastically improve, or lives be saved from cannabis oil. So meeting her this morning was great, and it got me thinking about the lengths that women will go to look after and care for their families. And we really will exhaust ourselves. I mean, in Vera's case, she must be exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally at this stage. But even us women on a day-to-day basis, we will push ourselves to the limits to try and keep up with the expectations that are on us and the expectations that we put on ourselves, because we feel like we need to do everything. We need to be, get all the housework done and look after our kids and cook fresh meals, and just we put an awful lot of expectation, and other people put a lot of expectation on us. But it got me thinking that, at the end of the day, when we do finally sit down, we tend to be quite critical of ourselves. We don't give ourselves a pat on the back and say, oh, well done, that was a hard day, you did great today, well done, Jen, you got 7 of the 10 on the list done. We don't do that, do we? We sit and go, oh, for fuck's sake, never got them 3 things done. And then we'll go, how am I going to squeeze that into tomorrow? I have to do this tomorrow, I have to do that tomorrow. Where am I going to fit that in? How am I going to get that done? And we're hard on ourselves. And what tends to happen is, at the end of the day, when we finally get a bit of rest time, so whether we're finished work or finished doing the housework or getting the kids to bed, whatever it be that we're doing, when we finally get to sit down, we physically rest and we don't mentally rest, because we let our brain go off on one, and we're thinking about all the things we didn't get done and how we're going to squeeze it in, and trying to plan out the day for the next day. And I realised that what I do in those times now is that I use the closing the door technique in those moments as well. So if I sit down and I realise that my brain's gone off on one and I'm trying to figure out the next day, I go, okay, I'm physically resting, but I'm not mentally resting. And you really need to mentally rest to rejuvenate and build energy for the next day. So what I do is I look at the day, I say, okay, today's done. I can't do any more today. And I'll visualise myself again closing the door on the day. And then I'll decide I'm not going to think about tomorrow until tomorrow. And I'll visualise myself closing the door on tomorrow. And what I've done when I do that is I've created a space for myself. I've created a period of time where nothing is expected of me. Nobody needs anything from me. Nobody's asking me to do anything. And I can then decide to spend that time physically resting and mentally resting. I can give myself permission to do nothing else, or to go to my happy list and choose to do something that's going to make me feel better. So having the bath, or reading that nice book, or chilling out and catching up on the programme that I've been wanting to watch for weeks. But we're mindfully resting. And, you know, we deserve that. With everything that us women are expected to do, and all the work that we do on a day-to-day basis, we deserve to have that time to really rest, and we have to give that time to ourselves. Nobody else is going to run in, girls, and tell you know what you need. You sit down there now, mind yourself. Nobody's going to do that. You have to give that to yourself. So yeah, today I just wanted to really talk about how much we have to be mindful of ourselves, give ourselves a little bit of time in the evening to mindfully rest. And I wanted to ask you all to go out and do something nice for yourselves tomorrow, because it is International Women's Day, and in some small way, I'd love if you would all celebrate being a woman with me and just do something small and nice for yourself. And on the topic of spectacular women, it's my mother-in-law's birthday today, and we'd all be lost without her. So happy birthday, Mary. We love you. And I'll see you all tomorrow.